Oh, are you talking?
Oh.
What is it doing?
God.
What people are saying.
Okay. Hey guys, sorry, we're gonna do it on my cell phone. It wouldn't be ParaSisters if we didn't have some kind of technical difficulties every week.
Pretty much.
You want to go get my selfie stick?
I think we're good right here. What do you think?
I might go down a little bit, but hey. But so anyway, okay. So next week, killers across the pond. So I already seen them far away. Oh my gosh! Like we said, it would not be.
It would, yeah. It wouldn't be ParaSisters.
You want to share this out, but then again, do you have Charlotte on?
I don't know. Charlotte,
if you are watching, she watches some ParaSisters, I think.
we're just gonna wing
Hi,
this.
Charlotte.
Thank you. We're back. All right. All right. So, we're out here at the fair.
The Castle County Fair, which starts today. So, and it goes all the way until Saturday. So.
And I've got it shared out.
Mort, where are you? Mort.
So, today is kind of one of those things that anything can happen. And we proved that today. So,
yeah. I mean, it like I said,
we don't know what happened.
Like I said, it wouldn't be ParaSisters if it wasn't, if...
I'm just trying to adjust. How's that?
It's a small screen.
So we're going to try to catch as much comments on here.
That girl has a puppy. Sorry.
We are squirrel.
Hi, Sky.
So, it's one of those things that it's just ask us questions, get to know us. Are you freezing?
You are freezing. Stop and start better now.
Okay.
Shelly, we had so many problems.
We've tried on 2 computers, and now we're on the phone.
Okay, so guys, get this. Okay, I have an HP, which is about 5 years old. And it works very good for everything else. But when it goes to StreamYard, nope.
My computer's only 6 months old.
And her mic doesn't work.
So, yeah.
So, but tonight's episode is about asking us questions, and we're going to give a little bit of background on
who
us.
we are.
Yep.
And then go forward. Yes, we are outside here.
Yes.
So, yep, we're together. We figured, we hadn't done one that we've been in the same area for a while.
Right. And I think since we are doing this kind of episode, I think we're going to do it like every couple months. We'll go back and
I got to go with the eyeballs.
Reintroduce ourselves and like how, about us. Because, we are growing.
Mm-hmm.
ParaSisters is really growing, and I am super, super excited. And I have not seen Mort yet.
Well, he'll get here.
You didn't message him, but like, hey, where are you?
Here. We've got to have our top guy here.
Did you not post it?
Yeah, I did. I shared it out. So just to kind of get started, we'll go back to when Indiana Crossroads started. I actually was coming home from Florida. I was totally pissed. It's not PG this weekend.
It's never PG.
So I put which page that I was looking to put together a paranormal team out of Kosciuszko County, Indiana. And passing the drink. So within not even 20 minutes, I got a message from Shelly saying that she's interested and that she wanted to meet.
Remember, we are having a solo thing.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that was it's like the next 4 days. Yesterday, today. Yep. Thank you.
Remind me about something I'm going to ask you.
So, Shelly and I sat up. That was like a Sunday. And Shelly and I, the very next weekend, decided, hush.
The computer scared the crap out of me. I thought it was like, oh no, we're having more difficulties.
Nope, it just went to sleep. So I went to Shelly's house, not having a clue who she was. I pulled into that woman's driveway, and immediately I knew that, I found my team. So,
she could have been a serial killer for all you guys, for all she knew.
No, I know people. There.
Why is it freezing?
Don't know.
I don't know what's going on, but at least you guys can hear us.
It's a step in the right direction.
I mean, we are right next to the Wi-Fi router here at the K County Fairgrounds. I can try turning the Wi-Fi off and see if that works.
We can give it a shot.
Give us one moment, guys. Away. Okay, there it goes. Shh, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Okay, so we're just going to keep going.
No, just keep going. Okay,
So-
we're just gonna keep going.
I met Shelly and her daughter, and it was just chemistry. We had it. Thank you, Sky. So, 2 weeks later, it's July. Hot as fucking hell. I get a call from Kate over at Randolph County County Asylum, and she goes, I have an opening for the Stone Mansion. Do you want it? I was like, yeah. She goes, I'll give you a good discount. Because I was talking to her, and I told her that I was building a new team. Called Shelly. She's like, I'm ride or die. Again, we barely know each other, but we know each other. That is where Indiana Crossroads started. We were standing in the Stone Mansion and come up with the name, the team, and that's how it started. We slowly, started going to different places, and, I keep saying that word. Then someone calls me a few months, what was that, end of February, 1st of March? Because April, we met you. At the Moreau house.
You guys, she's got the timeline all mixed up. It was October when I met Chanel and Shelly at Para Unity.
Yes, but
And
that
then,
was the start of Moonlit Crystal.
and then April is when I joined L&L Paranormal Investigations for the Monroe House.
But, with Shelly, I have to say thank you to her, because Indiana Crossroads encounters came out of our friendship, and Moonlit Crystals come out of our friendship. She's my rock at times, and you're my rock. So in the last 2 years, I've gotten 2 hell of a good best friends, and I couldn't ask for more. So
Now we are Skies Society.
we are. Yep. So here in the last few months, I'm going to jump forward. I've been helping Sky with the owl. Oh, by the way, Sky, I got the medal. It's in my truck, actually.
Wait a minute, you gotta introduce me to the whole group.
Oh, I'm jumping in. Okay, so Para Unity came. We went from the Walk of Hell, and you all know that story. Shelly and I did some other investigations, and then we get a call. I got a call from this girl in the woods. I was like, I remember you. Yep. So we joined her at the Moreau house the 1st of April. Death March. Yep, it was the Death March.
And that was one of L&L's best investigations, guys.
I mean, we had a good time that night.
We did.
And, our friendship grew the closer, I don't know, month by month.
It started out a little slow. It did.
Mm-hmm.
But after we started doing really, we would pretty much just talk.
Every day.
And we still do just about talk every day. At least once a day we talk.
Yeah. Even with my crazy schedule.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a muddy ass trail, Shirley.
Oh, God.
It was worse, like, okay, so back up a little bit when we first met, when we went into the woods. You all, for the new viewers and new followers, me and Chanel met in the middle of the fucking woods, and now we're inseparable, just like all three of us. So,
high heel boots and all.
Yeah. And then I went back the next weekend, and it was worse. So,
but yeah.
Yes.
So, we're kind of just, we got the kids. You want to go check it out? But, yeah, so Moonlit Crystals came out of my friendship with Shelly, and Indiana Crossroads has grown since the friendship with
Cassie,
Linda.
Sorry, I have my dog out here. Sorry.
I need to bandage for my toe.
Okay. So, you want to go take care of that?
She can get it.
Okay, so then we move on, and we've just kind of, in October, we started the podcast, and here we are.
I joined Indiana Crossroads in December.
Yeah.
Of last year, so.
Yeah, so we did our first public investigation, which
we gotta do that again.
We will. We're going to do another one. I just don't know where. I'll figure it out. I don't want to do one of the stop properties again. I figure we can go somewhere else. I want to go maybe next year if I can find enough people and rent Waverly.
Oh my God.
I've always said I don't really want to do Waverly, but it's a bucket list one. Everybody does Waverly.
It's on my bucket list.
We've got to get over to Dayton and do the Sword. We will do that.
The Sword and then the funeral home.
Yes. So that's Indiana Crossroads. We will probably be doing a Grace Lawn here, not too long. We definitely need to get out there again. What other locations Shelley, do you? Waverly for sure. I'm sure. We definitely need to get out to the Shabby Owl Sky, but yeah. Oh, I was going to tell you about the Sky Society. It's kind of just a little group of 4 right now. Sky, Brad, me, and Shelly, and we just kind of work at the Shabby Owl. Like I said, I just got one of the medals from Rose. She said she might have a sword, so that's exciting. Now we're talking about artifacts from the early 1900s. This was her great-great-grandfather's, and she found it in his foot trunk in the attic. So I've got pictures of it. Once I have those things, I'll probably, post them on Indiana Crossroads Encounters, because I'm proud that I found Rose. She is a 97-year-old lady, and she is from North Manchester. She's now living in West Virginia, and it was one of those things that my mother-in-law knew her sister, her daughter's sister, and it just went down that way. And artifacts from the sword is 1906, so that's going to be. This was to be here this week.
And you're invited July 14th to come check out if you want to. It'll be $40.
You're welcome to come.
I can't.
So, but yeah,
Sky, this is my last week, and I have appointments after appointments, and then
we have Saturday next week. We have the Paranormal Circus.
Oh, we do. But it's my last week before I go back to work. So, and then I'm trying to spend it as much time with my babies before I go back to work, and then also here at the fairgrounds. So, but I will definitely, Sky, let Sean know, or you can. Well, we have So I might have had a little bit of alcohol, guys.
Wine. You know I can't do a show without
Well,
wine.
Is that what that was?
Yes, it's
It
wine.
tastes really weird.
It's wine with cherries in it. Look.
I had a slushy. I had a peach slushy, guys.
well-
And that shit was good.
Yes, you know, we got to have a little loose. It's not ParaSisters Circle if we don't fuck shit up.
Well, this is the first time I've actually had alcohol on the show.
Not me. It's a weekly.
I don't really drink because I don't drink really much, guys. And it's not that I'm against it. It's because of my medicines. But they make up here at the fair. And I think it's just for like the employees, but Todd can get me some. They make slushies and they call them the adult slushies. And they're really good. Last year they had a blue kind. This year they have a peach. We opened a whole bottle at Chef. He didn't even drink it. It was too hot.
Brad wore it. But I will be bringing a cooler with ice and a whole bottle of wine for the 14th. So we're going to have fun. We're going to dance with the spirits, Sky. That's my plan. They danced. They did dance classes in the Shabby at the top. And the lady at the Historical Society that we went that day and talked to, she actually knew. She was a dancer. So she took dance classes, which was really cool when she was younger. So, and we didn't know that. So we learned something. But.
So I have exciting news. I am super, super excited. So as some of you know that I have started writing a book. And it's called His Lost Luna Queen. And
She's got it published.
I do. I have 5 chapters published, and I've already gotten 6 votes on it. And then I have 1 follower following the book itself. So I'm on chapter 6, but with everything, like I said, with my last week being this week before I go back to work, I won't be able to spend it with my babies. And then also being here at the fairgrounds. I'm not going to be at the fairgrounds every day this week, but I want to be able to, spend time with my family and stuff. But and in between, I'm going to try rewriting and like getting chapter 6 done because at the end of chapter 5, the main character gets kidnapped.
Yep. So as soon as she gets it done and enough reviews and everything, I'm going to push her to do it on Amazon Unlimited.
And it's going to be a series, so it's not going to be like just one book. I'm going to make it into a series. So I'm super excited. Like when I called you when I posted chapter 1. Within not even 48 hours, I already had 3 votes on it.
Yeah, that's exciting. Definitely exciting.
Hi, Ben! So
Hi,
I
baby.
can't wait to see where it goes. So, spoiler alert. Yeah, there was a spoiler, but I know it's pretty much just the basics of it. So
I told her I don't want to know a lot of it because I want to know when she actually does a full publish. This is her test run on this app, and I want to read the book. So I want to go from front to back.
right. And if it does publish, like if it does actually go to stores and stuff, not just Amazon, so I know it's getting the very first copy that's signed.
But so that's a little bit about us. Anybody have actually any questions?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could talk about our abilities. It's something that we haven't actually ever done on here.
Really have?
I'm not go into detail.
Oh, so I've been empath medium, more empath, but my medium abilities are starting to like blossom. My whole life. So when it started, I was living in Claypool, and I lived in a trailer, and I lived right next to the cemetery. So what I thought was an imaginary friend is not an imaginary friend. She stuck with me until about years ago. Well, pretty much right before, it was right after I saw Nels when I finally got attachment. And she wasn't an attachment. She was my best friend.
Until I came along.
Yeah. I could talk to her and I wouldn't, So my info is I can sit there and I pick up on their energy. So I can tell when something is all fine. It did blink, but that's good. But and my medium abilities, I usually dream, but here lately they've been coming as flashes, like if I'm just driving or something, which really scares me. So, and then I can only see and communicate with the spirits if they allow me to. So I can see them, communicate with them, get their feelings and how they died and everything. So as long as they allow me. So I know some people can, fully blown. So, but it's getting better. I've been working on it, and then also with my empath abilities, they've been getting stronger.
I'm a battery, bitch.
Yeah, you are. So that's my abilities, guys. Nothing really too much to tell there. I mean,
well, I'm scary.
she is, guys. She is.
My abilities range from anywhere from knowing. I can look at somebody and know them, right? Like that. If I like you or dislike you, or if I'm going to have a future with you. That's just plain and simple. And
that feeling too.
And also, I can look at you at the same time and know exactly how you're going to die. And that's actually one of my favorite things. Because that tells me something. Yeah. So that tells me a lot about a person. Because, like it or not, how someone actually passes away tells a story of, do you like me? No, Ben, I love you.
I like you, Ben.
So that just tells me, what type of person. And also, my husband knows I'm the most blunt, honest person out there. I don't give a shit if I hurt your feelings, and that's bad. That's a bad trait. Time, you know who I am at the moment.
She is blunt, guys. Like
Blunt.
the last couple of days I've talked to her, she's been blunt with me. I mean,
she hasn't liked anything I had said.
No, it wasn't that. It was. I could usually. It's been emotional for me this week, and it's been. I have no idea.
But
I'll let Todd know or make no one.
So, well, my abilities started when I was 3. I had redundant. Okay.
Cassie,
just let me know you needed it. She's reaching over for the Red
I
Bull.
could have went like this.
Or it told me to get it.
You were talking. I didn't want to be rude.
So I watched my grandfather. Whoops, Linda. I don't know what that is. Oh shoot! What did you do? I got rid of our podcast. There we go. Can you hear me? Can you hear us? Can you? No sound. Great.
Well, Shelly said that before I pushed the mic button. So.
Can you hear us? Yes. Okay. So I started scaring my family, knowing shit, telling them, this is what's going to happen.
Hi, Joanne. If at any point in time you have a question for either one of us, this is just like a chit chat, please let us know.
The older I got, the more I could see people. What I thought was people for the longest time. No. And I would learn stories from the different spirits. And then I married my husband in the military, and we moved around to a lot of Navy bases. And, Virginia was a place where you could go and sit in a cemetery. When he was out to sea, the cemeteries were something that actually comforted me. I would sit and have conversations with different spirits and stuff. It's something my husband and I don't talk about because I think it kind of scares me. And now I have Blake. You all know about Blake. He is my familiar. granted to me from Anubis. Anubis gave me Blake as a gift, and he is a energy vampire, and he keeps me company and keeps me safe when I'm not with Ben. And he drives Ben crazy because, things will move or sounds, and the dog goes off or the cat goes off. So that's me. He helps us sometimes in our investigations because he'll he draws other spirits. And sometimes I won't say anything and he'll set equipment off, and the girls are like, but even though I have these abilities, it scares me at times. Like going into a location, and you want to be able to investigate like everybody else. You want to be able to go in and be surprised about the equipment, have the conversation. And sometimes I have to put such big walls up just to do that. That's why I kind of think I love the Shabby Owl so much, because I don't have anything there. My abilities completely just shut off. Like, we were sitting outside this last time we went, and I got to participate in. I mean, we literally just sat across the road and watched this goddamn doll move up and down, sideways.
You guys don't do dolls, or you don't do bears?
I don't do dolls, and I don't do bears, but this thing captivated me. That's why I'm so excited. That's why I'm engaged in the history of Shabby Owl now. I just want history. So, and she's encouraged me to get more into the histories. So,
I'm the historian of everybody. So yeah,
and I'm gonna force her to start doing captions on here of paranormal history. Like, have you? Like, I want to see more. I want, that's something I've been wanting to ask her. Would you guys like to, we do just an odd like this, and she has to tell us something that she knows that's not written on paper?
I would need a heads up, because I have over 200 locations that I've done the history on, and I have put into like my own work. Not yet, but it will be. So I have these binders that I have that's got all the locations. She has seen them because she's made
printed
copies.
them out.
Mm-hmm. Because I was taking my personal binders to the events.
They're singing the national anthem. So give us a moment. So just give us a moment. They're singing the national anthem. Just give me a moment. I want to be respectful to the national anthem, guys. So, yeah. Like we said, we're out here at the fair, and they were just singing the national anthem for what, the truck pulls?
No, that's
horse pulls. Horse pulls. So, it's one of those things that's.
Yeah, growing up, that you shut up for that. You don't make a sound, and I raised my kids to be quiet during that too, because I am from a military. Like, my family is a military background, so luckily my dad got out of the military before I was born, so I didn't move around. But I still teach my kids to be respectful. So
Yeah, so that's something that as soon we didn't catch it right away, otherwise we would have.
No, I didn't realize what time they had started, because I don't have that list.
Yeah. So again, we're out here at the fair, just chilling at the campsite.
Yep.
We figured we would get both in the frame. It's been a while since we've done that. So I'm going to kind of turn it over to anybody that's viewing. Do you have questions? Are you curious about something? Yes, TAPS was a big thing on the military bases. We lived outside Langley Air Force Base for a while, and every morning I would wake up to the national anthem, and every night we could hear the speakers right outside our house. Uh, Ben usually pulled in right during taps. So
I don't know what taps is.
It's another way that it's the way they ended the day. Okay. Uh,
Like I said, I was after those military days of my dad, and I mean, so we were raised, you respect the flag, you do all of that. So
yep. And I spent years in. I got married in 2003, and we moved to Pensacola, Florida in 2006. We were there for 3 years, and we wanted to move back to Virginia. So we spent another few years there, and then they shipped us to a few ships. Ben served on the USS George Washington, and I served as vice on the FRG family, board. I'm then on USS Enterprise. I was on the wives group, so I'm blessed to be able to say my husband served in the military, and I am overly proud of him.
thank you, Ben.
What do you do?
I'm just saying thank you for your service.
Yeah. So, when it comes to military service, I don't care. I don't care what branch it is.
Right.
I think I see someone wearing a hat, a jacket, a shirt. I thank them.
So that's what I do at work. Like if people come in, because I'm a cashier at Harbor Freight, and guys come in or women come in, and they ask, and I tell them thank you for your service, and they're like, you don't see very many youngsters like you these days respecting us. And I said, oh, I was, I hate it when someone disrespects a veteran because they fought for our, our freedom. So you need to be respectful. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. Being married to Ben and him leaving on deployments, unless you're a military wife, it's hard to say because they come back different every time.
My ex-brother-in-law was a ex-Marine, and every time he went on deployments, he came back different. And so it's hard. Like, I don't know personally because I've never been with a military person, but, I've heard it, and I've seen my ex-brother-in-law do that. Don't cry. Francis, don't cry.
I love my husband. And I seen him hurt. I seen everything. So, yeah, when it comes to military, it's emotional.
She is blessed to have my Big Bear Ben. That's your new name, Ben. It's Big Bear Ben.
He's actually, I call him my polar bear.
You call him your polar bear. I'm calling him my Big Bear.
So yeah, we just you guys all know we celebrated our 20th anniversary. So I can't see.
You said I was different all 4 times. All the times that
he came back different.
I mean,
I wasn't the same. A military wife, they become independent. They dependent on themselves and dependent on their friends, and you have to learn to redo being a couple again, because you're so dependent on you take care of all the washing, cleaning, and everything you do. You sleep by yourself, and then they come home, and it's like a new relationship.
Or that like I've heard that, because I've had friends, military friends, wives, and they said that every time their significant other was deployed, that knock on the door scared them every time because they didn't know.
I got that knock. Actually, I got that call. I was only married a few months, and I get a call. And you can actually Google the George Washington line snap. I get a call from the military. I'm literally married 3 months. And they tell me I need to go to the hospital in Portsmouth. And there was about 20 other wives there, and I sat there. And all of them got called back, and I didn't. I sat there for 6 hours, and they came and told me that my husband was fine and still on the ship.
Oh my God, I would be so pissed.
I wasn't pissed. I was, you sit there and you worry and you cry. And you find out that they're fine and they're on the ship.
I mean, I'd be relieved, but it'd be like, I would be pissed because it's like, how can you get that fucking information mixed? You just gave this wife a fucking
Well-
heart attack.
Come to find out, Ben was okay, but he was holding a guy's head after it happened. My husband's a very caring person, and he looks out for everybody. And he got lucky that day, but the guy that he was helping did not. So, but yeah, if you Google the USS George Washington line snap, you can actually see it. It's scary as hell.
I'm not watching. I don't want to watch it.
But you can actually see Ben in the video. So, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for my husband, and I'm thankful for my best friends. So,
Oh, you popped my neck. I needed to talk.
Again, I'm going to get off this topic, and we're going to ask questions. Ed, do you have any questions for us? And I can't believe Mort's not in here.
I know.
Mort must be at work.
Must be.
So,
He'll catch it later.
But let's see. I know he.
Did he say it?
No, he hadn't.
Oh, wow.
Mort, where are you?
Okay, ladies, I have to get ready for my show. Great show. Have a great... Love you, too.
Love
Thank
you,
you.
Ed.
Why does she keep saying bump?
I don't know. What's going on?
Why does she keep saying that?
I don't know. Might be something going on with the video.
I don't know. But I do. I mean, it's... No, I just switched out and moved to the truck.
So.
So.
Oh, during that. Yep.
And then,
There's... Oh, what was the question? Sorry, Shelly. Let's see.
Do you feel like your military connection makes you more connected at the battlefield?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I was on the boat.
Oh, okay. I get it, Ben. No. Yes, I've even talked about going to the battlefields. They're the 1812. We still have to get out there to Peru
Sometime.
We need to do that soon, Shelly, just because I want to go investigate. But we're going to investigate next weekend. Since the show's not until 9:30, I wanted to go to the cemetery out there. Shelly and I have been out there in Indianapolis with the cathedral.
Full day of it.
Yeah, we're going to make a full girls' day and have lunch, do whatever.
Cannot wait.
So, but yeah, I'm attracted to battlefields.
Yeah.
When my sister and I went down to Hales Bar Dam, the battlefields down there, you just pass them.
His AC is making a weird noise. You hear that?
Do it.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I don't know why, but they're comforting.
I'll be right back, guys. The AC in the camper is making a weird noise. So it sat for like years and years and years.
Yeah, but my big one I want to go to is Gettysburg. Everybody wants to go to Gettysburg, but I don't want to go to Gettysburg and do the tourist attractions. I just want to sit there. I want to lay on the battlefield and just feel it. The energy. And let's see. And there's battlefields here in Indiana that I'm itching to go to. And my husband said he would actually go. So he'd go out there, and he wants to be the protector. That we're the ones that wear the guns.
And luckily, I won't have this on.
So not too much longer.
I go back Friday. I had to reschedule the appointment because I have a appointment that morning, and it's like at 8:20 or something like that. And this appointment was going to be, So
I think we're down.
Are we?
Nope. Here we go. We're up. Oh. I think we're down. Oh, we're just a little delayed. So
It always is for some reason. Like when you go watch it. So and it's
we don't really have a topic for today. We just wanted to come out and bullshit with you.
Yeah. And you talked about yours. I can talk about mine. Mm-hmm. I've been with him since 2018. I mean, he's... How do I put it? In a nice way.
Boyfriend.
Yeah, he's the boyfriend, and I'm very proud of him too because he went through, and he's a firefighter. He's a volunteer firefighter, and he works a full-time job. And then he's a workaholic.
Causing
He's
trouble
a
over here.
workaholic. But then again, he helps support us, so I can't complain.
He's the reason we're out here today.
Yep. Because our little camp spot that we have down here is really nice. They've cleared out a little, like, along the shoreline. So the littles, I do have 3 kids by a different guy. I won't talk about him. They can go swimming and everything. Now, me and the kids haven't stayed the night out here because it would be very difficult for me to get any rest out here. So, I mean, I probably could. I'd just be really, really hurting because the bed in here is not comfortable at all. Yes. So, but I'm hoping Friday night I can stay because I'll be out of it.
Yeah.
So,
it's the second time you've had it.
yeah, my shoulder surgery. Yep.
I told her months ago, guys. Months ago, you need to have surgery. You're going to have surgery. No. I tell her because I know I've seen it. She's like, oh, no. She's my half skeptic. She don't want to believe it. But
I had 3 babies to take care of.
Okay, what is our favorite protection crystal for investigation?
Clear quartz, rose quartz, black tourmaline, tiger's eye,
Selenite.
I do have selenite that I carry.
I love, and that's why I wear it daily on my.
Mort was sleeping. He was sleeping. Mort, come on now.
We can't have
Hi,
that,
Ron.
Mort. Hi, Ron.
You knew it was that. You've been asking us all week about the show.
Mr. Go! Yay! Ron's in the house. Mark's in the house. Hi, guys.
So, I mean, it's been a... And then today there was a parade at the start of the fair, and we went, and guys, we didn't go at the beginning, like where they started at. We were at pretty much the end, because they went through the campground, but we were up there by the bathrooms, and the kids got so much candy.
But, do you guys have any questions for us?
Yeah.
I mean, we keep asking. Another one of my... Well, shh. Don't look. This is my protection crystal for today. A hematite bullet.
Is it true that darker crystals are usually protective?
Well, I like to pair black tourmaline with howlite. They are a powerhouse crystal. So dark and light kind of work together.
I don't have any more howlite. My little one stole it. Mark, your comment did not come through, bub.
I got a show coming up on the 22nd, so Moonlit's going to be off hiatus. We've been kind of taking a break, and I've been ordering a shit ton. When I mean a shit ton.
Oh, yeah.
So I was out here yesterday with the littles so that Linda and Todd could do their thing.
News in 30 to 60 days. Huge, that's all. Okay, Ron. Keep us updated.
Yes, we want to know it all.
Yeah. What about the littles?
They actually I brought my little photo booth out here, and they took some amazing photos. And we have a new website that we're working on.
Yep, while I'm out here at the fairgrounds, just chilling and relaxing, I'm going to work on that. But I also thought about today, because I can get on my, like, the web page from the app I'm using, sitting out here while the kids are swimming and playing and working on my book, because it's so quiet, because you cannot hear anything going on at the fairgrounds.
But so we will be shutting down the old website at the end of the month, and we will be starting we've already got it. We're getting ready to put it on publish once we get everything transferred over, and it's going to be linked to my TikTok, which I do crystals on there, and me. So if you want to see me making a fool of myself, I do that.
Thank you, Ron. Yeah, she's going to get the pictures posted, but she also needs to send me a list of the names and prices of the crystals.
We just got the photos yesterday, and I'll be pricing
after a couple months of telling you I need your photos. But that's not even, that was like only a quarter of what you had brought, because
it's not even a quarter.
Well, I mean, like what you had brought.
Mm-hmm.
We had to stop because the kids were starting to get a little too rowdy. They ended up knocking the lid over to one of the containers, and it knocked my Red Bull
Drink
onto
onto the
my
computer.
laptop. Yeah, so we're like, yeah, I'm like, no more, and then we left soon after that. So,
But I'll get more. I mean, I spent over $2,000 on inventory. It's not all here, and one of the stuff I don't know if you guys know, but I am obsessed right now of getting troll light.
you said that in your live.
Yes, I've got a little two spheres of it. I don't know why, but I'm attracted to that one right now. It's an expensive one. It's one of those that I have a troll light skull that I purchased full price, and I need to take it down off its shelf because it's screaming at me and it wants to go to to my altar in my bedroom.
And don't forget, Todd wants the big.
Yeah, he wants the turtle when it comes in.
Oh, Ben, if you're still watching, guess what? Guess what Todd did? I know. I said, what did you do? So Todd gave Chanel 2 tickets to get into the fair this week.
Yep,
Any day.
We can get fair food. Not that I need it.
I really want a corn dog and then an elephant ear.
That's all I eat at fairs. Corn dogs and elephant ears. That's it. Those 2 things.
Oh my god, guys. We're so much alike. It's scary.
I don't want anything else at a fair. And I was just talking to
know.
Shelly about it. What are the mystical properties of troll light? Oh, troll light will sync to your pulse. So it's one of those crystals that
some merchandisers and money on their crystals? Huh? Do you understand the question? Because I have no idea.
So why some
merchandisers?
Oh, so high. I don't overcharge for my stuff. I believe you want a crystal because it's calling to you. Kind of like my troll light skull. Right now, it's literally calling to me. I mean, crystals aren't cheap. They really are not. You have to think. They take time to be mined. Then if you're not getting a specimen and you're getting a carving, it takes time to be carved. And then it's for the person like me who sells crystals, you have to think of where you're getting them and how much shipping costs. And then you also have to make money off of that. Because
you have to upcharge it a little bit from the price that you paid for them, and that's for like actually any small business or any actual business.
Yeah,
they buy stuff from China and then they get it shipped over here, and they have to upcharge it just so they can make something off of it or break even. So we have a store here in Warsaw called YP Retail, and it's an amazing little store. So, and they get shipments from like Target, all those. And they mark them down, but they also have them at a decent price. So they're cheap. Like, I went there and I got brand new Xbox One games for $5. $50 fucking games for $5.
I mean, I keep my prices low. Everybody knows that. Yep. If you know anything about me, I'm out. My goal is with Moonlit Crystals is to be able to support my family, Ben and I, and my best friends. I want us all to stop actually working jobs. If I mean, yeah, Ron, their chart. I go to stores. There's Face Cabinet in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I go there and I look at stuff and I'm going, I have that sphere and I'm charging strawberry quartz about 3.5 inches. I'm charging you $48, and they're charging you like $80. I'm not going to charge you over, but at the same time, I have to make some kind of money.
Right. And then, like, to me, though, people that upcharge that much for a crystal, it's like, is it real or is it fake? Because if you're charging that much, because I've had it to where, you get charged $80 for something like that, and it turns out to be fake. And you're like,
but yeah, so, I mean, I've got some shows coming up, y'all. So if you're in the Indiana area, Indianapolis, we will have Hannah House on August 12th. And then the very next weekend, we will be at
ISS.
Indiana State Sanatorium.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
that
can't
is
wait
a
for
big conference, like a huge
wait
conference.
for
They're going
that.
to have like some big celebrities. I have no clue how I got in. Yes, I do. I got in early. As soon as they announced it, I was like, I need to swap. We will be taking the Indiana Crossroads banner. So if you have questions about that, we will be wearing our shirts. I'm getting ready to place the order for our new shirts. So,
Ooh, finally.
I'll be needing y'all's payment.
I'll get it to you when I'm able to.
But yeah, so we got a lot of stuff in the works. But yeah, I'm coming off of hiatus, our summer break for Indiana Crossroads, or both Indiana Crossroads have been on a break and Moonlit Crystals have been on break.
The only reason why Indiana Crossroads has pretty much been on a break is because I shoulder surgery.
That, and we did our big investigation, and my hours for work have changed. I now have 3-day weekends, which I'm fully thankful for.
It took me 3 days to recover from Randolph.
But working I work at a factory now. Instead of an easy office job, I work in a factory. Still in an office, don't get me wrong. I'm lucky to do that. But I work with Ben. So I'm kind of distracted sometimes.
Big Bear Ben!
And Shelly had surgery too, you guys. So
Yes.
Both my teammates, they had surgery. One had a shoulder and one had a knee. Once they're both up and ready, we are going to Grace Lawn. But I'm excited for us to have the girl trip this coming Saturday.
Yes.
We will probably post a few pictures, say hi. I don't know if we're going to come on and do a how you doing on ParaSisters, but we might.
We might. Because
but definitely
we do
Indiana
have
Crossroads.
We do have Killers Across the Pond.
That Sunday.
Yes. Afterwards. So
it's going to be a busy weekend.
It always is for us when we do a girls trip.
I've got Saturday with the Sky Society. I've got Indiana Crossroads girls trip, Paranormal Circus, guys. I wanted to go. Okay, I have to tell you something. I'm all like, I tell the girls, it's like, the Paranormal Circus is coming to Indy. We can go to Fort Wayne or Indy.
She sent it to us and said, we are going. And then I looked into it and I was like, okay, well, the Indianapolis one would be better for me because that's the last weekend I have off before I go back to work. And then I looked and she was talking about going to the
I didn't care where I went. I just wanted to go
at the end of the month. And I said, well, it would be better for me and Shelly because Shelly's off work and I'm off work, so we don't have to worry about, I was like, we don't have to worry about Shelly missing it. So we
started looking at tickets, and our crazy connection, I was like, okay, these are the spaces I want. I snapshotted it. She snapshotted it and circled same damn 3 seats.
And we didn't even talk to each other.
No, we were all in our group. So everybody got money together. I bought the tickets immediately. And then I'm sitting at Shelly's house. She didn't even know what it was. If you know anything about the Paranormal Circus, it's fucking great. It's a haunted house.
I didn't know what it was, but I did look it up before I said yes to going.
I've seen videos like crazy.
I did not know about the haunted house part because I did not see that when I watched the videos. So, but hey, it's okay because like my boyfriend, he does the haunted house here in the K County Fair, Saltakers Acres. And so it's like,
okay. I've got my mask ready. Ben bought me a full Mardi Gras mask. It's gorgeous, very detailed. So I'm gonna wear it.
I thought we were wearing our shirts.
We are. Okay. At first, I was all like, I wanted to wear my burlesque outfit. I've got one badass burlesque. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking dress up. But the girls. I just follow where Chanel wants to go. She does. She's my ride and die.
If I could go more often with you, I would.
But they talked me into we're just gonna do the t-shirts. So I still might wear my corset underneath and take my shirt off. But there's one act that I am really looking forward to.
You guys, she said she doesn't know about my book, so she is not allowed to say anything to me about this Paranormal Circus because I want like the full experience.
The clown.
Fuck the clowns is all we're saying. And we won't get into the why we say fuck the clowns.
But yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have some beers. No, not beers. We're gonna have wine. We're gonna walk in there pretty lit. So make sure we are. But if you know anything, you have to go through the haunted house before you get your seats.
That's fine, man. I'm down.
And one thing I did learn, it's cash only.
So no cards. If you want to buy anything, it's cash only food. But everything is so expensive.
We need to eat before we go then.
Bring on the clowns, Shelly. Bring on the clowns. Oh, yeah. Bring on the clowns. Buzz, buzz.
The Paranormal Circus has been here
Buzz,
this
buzz.
past week.
Yeah. So, did you go, Ron? We're running over time, but fuck it.
Yeah. Maybe a couple minutes.
But I wanted to go last year, but I know Sky and Brad both have gone. And
Are they going this year?
I don't know.
Sky, are you going this year?
But,
If you're watching.
Yeah, I'm totally excited. I've done nothing but watch videos. Every time I come across my TikTok, it's Paranormal Circus. And I will sit there. I did not go. Have you got? Did not. Okay, I get that. I debated because we got in early on where we could pick anywhere we wanted. I didn't want to sit in the front seat because the front rows with someone, and so we picked the second set up front.
Yeah, because it's a stage. Then there's the seats around it, and then you have the walkway, and then it's us. And then the good thing about our seats though is we're right by an aisle, like that you could go to and from. So.
Yeah, we're right there. I wanted to get the first two seats, but someone had the first one blocked off, and I couldn't get the seat before them. So we are 2 seats in. But fuck it. It's the Paranormal Circus.
This was the first time I recall it being here. The tent was really neat.
Yes.
It's all red, isn't it?
They have 2 tents. It's according to where they are in the country. There's 3 circuses. They all have similar acts, but not the same. And what I found out is the Fort Wayne circus and the Indy circus, they're not going to be the same. So, yeah.
Well, damn.
We're
going to have to try seeing all 3 of them if we can.
But one stays on the other side of the country.
Of the pond.
California. No. Like California, and 2 are on this side of the Mississippi. So, but yeah, you'll definitely see photos. We're going to be taking photos and maybe a video or 2. So,
I gotta capture the moment.
I don't know. I'm out on Indiana Crossroads. So if you have not crossed over and seen the Indiana Crossroads page, we will post it down here in comments. Hold on. Down here in comments when we leave. But we're totally excited. I mean, we haven't had a girls' day. I mean, we did do the 4th of July.
The last time we had a girls' weekend pretty much was when we went to Graceland.
Yeah, we did do the 4th of July together. Well, last weekend. We met over at my mother-in-law's
Monday
extra property, and we went and swam with your littles.
Mm-hmm.
And then we watched the fireworks. So another thing that we need to do is I need to get a hold of Kate, and we need to go down to Randolph and do a day investigation. It's $25 a person to be able to do that.
Enough, guys.
But guys, we are running over. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize. But you know what? We've had a good time.
Yes, we did.
So if you have questions about anything we talked about, or if you just want to chit chat with us, we chit chat in Messenger all the time.
Yeah. And then don't forget, next week we are having Killers Across the Pond, the late 1800s, and we both already have our pre-pool, which is really rare for us. Bye, Shelly.
Bye, Shelly.
So, yeah.
We're going to get off here and say, I hope you enjoyed the show. You guys have a great afternoon.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.